What would you do if you had exactly 24 hours in Colombo? Here is what I did. This is Colombo, Sri Lanka's loudest, most insane and most chaotic city. And I have exactly 24 hours to survive it. There's only one goal for today. Dive straight into the madness and try to actually explore what this city has to offer. First stop, the Lotus Tower. Standing at 350 meters, it looks like a massive sci-fi prop dropped right into South Asia. It is so big, you really can't miss it. From there, I tracked down a local temple. Between the unique sound of traditional drums and these incredible ancient artifacts, it felt like stepping into a different century. So far, I had been doing this entirely on foot, which sounds great on paper, but once that midday heat actually hit, and I checked the map to see how far the next stop was. Yeah, bad idea. So I decided to get a little help. Now, if you have never ridden in one of these in Sri Lanka, let me explain. It is basically a localized extreme sport, but honestly, with the heat melting the pavement, this little three-wheeler was an absolute lifesaver. I got dropped off at Vihara Mahadevi Park, and it was a vibe. It is supposed to be this peaceful green oasis in the middle of the city, and it genuinely is. But what they don't tell you is just how massive this place is. Across the lawns, you got this giant golden Buddha watching over the park, an imposing white colonial building anchoring the space. And yeah, random ducks and horses. It is gorgeous, but exploring a park this huge in this heat is basically a marathon. Luckily, the place I was staying at was right around the corner. I had to call a timeout. I walked back, took a freezing cold shower, and rested for a little bit before starting round 2. I dragged myself out and went straight for the belly of the beast. Pettah Market. That place is absolute shoulder-to-shoulder chaos. The noise, the heat, the constant pushing and moving. It completely emptied whatever energy was left in me. I explored the place for around 2 hours before finally giving up. I was done. I fought my way out of the crowd and decided to head toward a much calmer setting, Gulf Green. And the change was instant. You step into this area and all the horns, the engines, the yelling, it just stops. It gets completely wiped out by the sound of the ocean. For the first time all day, the air actually felt clean. I walked around for a little bit, watching the kites and locals have a great time before sitting to watch the sun go down. I didn't have some big, deep life lesson about travel in that moment. All I had was gratitude. Once it got dark, I started to walk back slowly. I took the route right alongside the train tracks. It was pitch black, but the haunting sight of a train passing by and shaking the earth was the best experience to end the day on. Colombo took everything out of me, but somehow I survived it, and it made me feel more alive than ever.